Training GPT-4 cost over $100 million. Changing how it behaves? About 20. That's not a loophole. It's a technique, and it's the same one behind almost every custom AI you've ever used. The legal AI that writes like a lawyer, the medical one that never breaks protocol, the support bot that sounds like the company. It's called fine-tuning. It's cheaper than you think, simpler than it sounds, and there's one situation where it will wreck your model. I'll show you which. Because prompting, RAG, everything else we've covered, all of it hits the same wall. That wall is behavior. A while back, I showed you RAG. You give the model documents, it reads them, it answers from them. Works great. For facts. Now try this instead. Ask the model to write in your company's exact reporting format. Paste in 10 perfect examples. It gets close and drifts. Ask again tomorrow. It drifts differently. Because examples in the prompt are just paper on the model's desk, it's working memory. The model reads them. It doesn't become them. This is the split that decides everything. If the model doesn't know something, that's an information problem. RAG fixes it. If the model doesn't act right, that's a behavior problem. And you cannot fix behavior with more paper. To fix behavior, you have to change the thing that generates it. And that thing is the weights. Billions of numbers inside the model. Every answer it gives is those numbers multiplying. Everything we've done so far in this series, prompting, RAG, giving it tools, none of it touched those numbers. We've only ever changed what goes in. The model itself stayed frozen. Fine-tuning is different. You show the model thousands of examples of the behavior you want, and you let training run again. The weights shift. Permanently. Telling is a sticky note on someone's monitor. Training is muscle memory. Take the sticky note away, the habit stays. You're not instructing the model anymore. You're changing who it is. And the recipe for changing it is shorter than you'd expect. Here's the whole recipe. Step 1. Collect examples. Real prompt and response pairs showing exactly the behavior you want. Not a million. A few thousand good ones beats 100,000 mediocre ones. Fine-tune a support bot on 10,000 of your best replies. And if all 10,000 say, "We apologize for the inconvenience," guess what it learns first? Step 2. Run training. The model answers your example prompt, compares its answer to yours, measures how wrong it was, and nudges every weight a tiny step toward your version. Then again, thousands of times. That nudge has a name, gradient descent, and it's the exact same math that trained the model in the first place. You're not doing anything new. You're doing the last mile of what OpenAI did, on your own data. When it's done, there's no prompt trick anymore. The behavior is just in there. Which sounds expensive. Billions of weights, thousands of updates. And until recently, it was. It was because retraining all of a model's weights takes serious GPU hardware. For a big model, that's server farm territory. Nobody's doing that for a chatbot. Then, in 2021, researchers at Microsoft published a paper measuring what actually changes inside a model during a fine-tune. Their answer? Barely anything. The change is concentrated in small, low-rank patterns. That same paper proposed the fix. LoRA. Freeze the entire model. Don't touch a single original weight. Instead, bolt tiny adapter layers alongside and train only those. The adapters are typically under 1% of the model's size, sometimes a fraction of that. Which is why a fine tune that used to need a data center now runs on a gaming GPU. The $100 million brain, adjusted for the price of a pizza. And because the original stays frozen, teams keep whole folders of adapters, a legal mode, a support mode, a brand's writing style, and swap them like lenses on a camera. You don't rebuild the brain, you clip a lens on it. So, if it's this cheap, why not fine-tune everything? Because there's a catch. The catch is called catastrophic forgetting. Push a model hard enough on one narrow skill, and it starts losing what it knew before. Fine-tune it deep enough on law, and it quietly gets worse at math. Like a real lawyer. Second problem. Fine-tuning bakes knowledge in at training time. The company's product changes next week. The model still confidently describes the old version. Facts go stale, and a fine-tuned model doesn't know its facts are old. Which brings back the rule from the start of this series, and it hasn't changed. Prompt first, it's free. RAG second, for anything that's a fact, anything that changes. Fine-tune last, and only for behavior, tone, format, domain reflexes. And the best systems use both. Fine-tuning teaches the model how to be a paralegal. RAG hands it today's case files. Behavior in the weights, facts on the desk. And once you see that split, take a hard look at every custom AI product selling right now. Almost none of them are custom models built from scratch. That company charging enterprise prices for a proprietary legal AI? 9 times out of 10, that's a base model, a LoRA adapter, and a retrieval pipeline. The same 3 parts every time. This isn't speculation. OpenAI sells fine-tuning as an API. Meta releases open models specifically so people can tune them. There are over 100,000 LoRA adapters sitting on Hugging Face right now, free to download. So here's my question for the comments. If you could fine-tune a model on any behavior, your writing style, your code reviews, the way your best teammate explains things, what would you train it on? Because that's the actual shift. This stopped being a lab technique. It's a feature you can use this week. And it changes what this whole series has been building toward. This machine has language, memory, knowledge, hands, a loop to run it, and a mind that manages itself. But everyone gets the same machine. Fine-tuning is how yours stops being everyone's. Same brain, your reflexes. I'm building this whole picture one piece at a time. If you want the next piece, subscribe.